Good morning, SMCC. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I know it's not morning, but it gives me one more chance to torture some of the people that I've been torturing all these years. So, want to welcome you with that. Hope you don't mind if I use a cheat sheet at one time, some of the stuff that I want to say. My friends used to tell me, my college friends, that the best advice anybody ever gave me was to be myself, or the worst advice that anybody ever gave me was to be myself. And you are some of the few people, my son and a very few other people, who have seen me in a year without a mask on. I'm sorry that you have to be the few that have to put up with that. But every year at this time, Mr. Jorgensen decides to pull the old warhorse out of hibernation and share a few memories. 60 years ago, the Holy Spirit inspired me to accept a teaching and coaching job at a Catholic high school. And as Robert Frost would say, and that has made all the difference. Now, since then, I've had 59 years of working with people I loved, doing something I loved. I say 59 years because this past year I've taken a gap year. And I figure if these high school kids can take a gap year after high school, that I can do it also. An additional blessing for me during this time has been all the special people that I've had a chance to meet through my teaching and coaching in particular. And that's been an amazing blessing to me. I have so many people that mean so much to me. I often reflect on the inspiration that all the administration, faculty, staff, parents, and others have been to me since I've been here, with the sacrifices that they have made. I thought about it at one point, and Mr. and Mrs. Sanderson probably left $1 million on the table by teaching in a parochial school rather than a public school. I think of all the sacrifices that parents have made through their giving up vacations, et cetera, to send their children to this school, a school which hopefully challenges them to meet the challenge that Gandhi made when he said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." And hopefully they are inspired by the scriptural verse, "We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us," from Philippians 4:16. It's inspirational to witness all the generous donors that have been part of the school. I think of one case where, for example, at one of our auctions, we didn't have air conditioning, and it was so hot in here that the butter was melting on the plates. And one of the gentlemen who was there afterward contacted some of his friends, and they actually funded and put in an air conditioning for their school, for this gymnasium. And the part about that is that he had no children going here. He's not Catholic, and yet that was part of what he did. And we have now a couple who have pledged to match $75,000 toward the campaign. Now you think with $75,000 they could buy a nice Tesla. When I think about sacrifices, it makes me think about the amazing sacrifices that our administration, faculty, and staff have made this year. The adaptations in the classroom, the putting their own lives at risk and the lives of their families in order that our students may have as close to the normal academic experience as possible. Also, I want to pay my condolences to all those people who have been affected by the COVID. People personally, financially, and otherwise who have had to suffer great loss. I pray that they are finding some type of support that they deserve, and that they will somehow make something good out of what's going on. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Tuller and Mrs. O'Brien from allowing me to use their court. If you look up there, there's all state things are up there. So I'm just hoping that they won't be offended by me using their court. And when I refer to generous donors, I am actually referring to people donating according to their means. In the story in the gospel, the widow put a mite in the collection, and Jesus said that that was more than what the people who had put much more in, because it came from her need. Now, this is a mite, and I'm hoping that when we finish here and I give this to Mr. Jorgensen as my widower's donation, that he will have the same attitude that Jesus had. I want to thank everybody for all the generosity that you have shown. I want to tell you how proud I am to be a part of this school. And I pray for all of you that in the future, things will be great for you, and we will go forward together to continue this school.
There are several ways you can make a gift to Together, a virtual campaign for Falcons and Kestrels. First, you can text SMCC to 91999 from your mobile device. Or if you prefer, you can visit us at smccmonroe.com on the internet and contribute electronically via our website. You can also feel free to send a check to us at 108 West Elm Avenue, Monroe, Michigan, 48162. Or finally, you can call us at 734-241-7622, and we'll be happy to assist you over the phone. Thank you for supporting our Falcons and Kestrels.